Hey, it's Chris Kopf, and welcome back to Experts or Authors. This is your expert blogging systems training. We're going to create a new website. So this is a demonstration of how to create your website and get started. If you don't have your own personal website, this is where you're going to host your blog and additional information. But what we're going to do today is set that website up and get you started. So let's go ahead and switch to the browser here, and I just have gone to GoDaddy.com. So if you go into GoDaddy.com, you can first search for a domain. So you might, utilize, as I said here, you might utilize your first name and last name.com. That'd probably be the best thing if that's available. If you have a very common name, it's not going to be available. So you might say your last name and then the name of your market and the word real estate or real estate agent or something that is, if you have a very hard name to spell, it's a last name that's weird. Well, not weird, but maybe it's just hard to spell. It could be a normal name, but just has a unusual couple letters in there. So use something that's simple that people can, if you're at a cocktail party and you said, hey, just go to my website. My last name, Kopf, Kopf, is not super easy, but I usually spell it K-O-P as in Peter, F as in Frank, chriskopf.com. So, that's whatever you choose, but it is generally best to use your name. You might need your full name, so if it's, it could be Samantha, it could be Dorothy, it could be Dot, it could be, Julie or Julia, or I'm trying to think of a guy's name would be Doug, but if Doug Smith is not available, then maybe Douglas A. Smith is available. So let's go look at GoDaddy.com, and we're going to set this up for one of our new students. And so if I go Nikki Mercer and I search for that, what you're going to see is a screen like this, okay? And so it tells me that NikkiMercer.com is available. Your domain is available. Buy it before someone else does. Sometimes you might find that your domain is owned by somebody, but they're willing to sell it. There was a lot of people that kind of went into this. I am not a huge fan of the National Association of Realtors. Got a I'm a big fan of .com, so I'm not a big fan of anything but .com. So even if your website's available but the .net's available, or the .org or the .realtor, I don't see the .realtor here now, but for some reason you think that's a great thing, then okay, so maybe it's right over here. I don't know why. Usually they have that also, but I never thought that was a really great thing, because most people are just going to type in the .com. And if you own the .com, I think you're good. You don't need to buy the others, but it's certainly your privilege if you choose to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add that to the cart. So it's added, and I'm going to continue to the cart. So we're first buying the domain. Really, there's three things we're trying to accomplish here. One, get the domain. Two, we want to get, or four things really. The domain, web hosting. We want WordPress to be our interface to manage our website. And then we want to have an email address associated with that domain as well. But you might choose to use your brokerage email or a Gmail or something, but it's always good to set up an email account with the domain. Not a big person on this privacy protection and the business protection, so I'm going to say no thanks on that. Create an email address that matches your domain, and so I'm going to say sure, we'll get email essentials, and it's only $1.99 a month, so continue with those options. And so we're going to go ahead, and here's the domain registration for 1 year. I'll just do it for 1 year for now. Email essentials. This is your Office 365. They kind of outsource the email to Microsoft. So that's where we're going to get the 12 months. I think it was $1.99 a month, comes to $23.88. This is the registration. We'll so I guess if we wanted to add another 5 years on here, the first year is $11.99. So these guys are the king of upsells. But okay, so that was $36. There's a promo code. So I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to so search engine visibility, improve your search engine ranking, and we're going to hold off on that for now. I think the next thing I need to do is then create an account. Okay, so now we're going to be working on this website, NikkiMercer.com. I'm going to hit this manage button, and we'll go ahead and if I click add website, so we're going to manage this with a WordPress, so go ahead and set that up. It says I'm building a brand new site. Select the domain, North America, create a username. Okay, so we're going ahead and entering the credentials, and now we're installing WordPress for this particular website. Finished, and we're going to go ahead and say get started. For Quick Start Wizard, the fast way to build your website, features pre-built websites, includes drag and drop editor, thousands of categorized searchable images. Go ahead and start the wizard. Please tell us about more of your website. So it's going to be a website and blog. And we're going to go ahead and go ahead and select real estate agent and title. And we'll make this so here you would enter your email address and your phone number and your fax number and your street address. And then you can set up your social media profiles here. And we're going to go ahead and skip this for now. Okay, so here we are back in WordPress, and we're going to pick a theme. And there's a number of different choices here that you get to choose on which theme that you'd like to utilize. And of course, you can change this later. All right, so you can just toggle through these different themes and any of them that you want to select. We'll just go with Stout and go ahead and select this one, and then this is going to install the theme. Okay, so then you can just follow through this whole process. This will walk you through step by step, and you can update the images. You can update the information down here about You might have product and service for buyers and sellers, and then you might offer, or right here you might say, how much is your home worth, and learn more about buying in your resort area, and get a market report to see the update on the market in the area, and talk about your services and the things that you'll do for buyers or sellers or every person. So this might be for sellers, hey, how much is my home worth? This might be for buyers, find more about different areas in your resort market. And then this might be your market report information. And of course, you have the ability to have set up your blog, your contact information, about me. This is your long bio that we talk about. An FAQ could be a list of all the questions that people ask about your area. A portfolio could be the homes and images in your market area. So you can use all this, change the header, change the fonts, the colors, the layout, the identity, all these different things. Your main message, info and next steps, and call to action. Put it here, get this, and then sign up. And you can integrate this with Constant Contact or MailChimp, it can automatically send you an email address. So these are things that you'll want to go ahead and set up yourself and customize this for your use. There's GoDaddy and WordPress. There's a ton of different videos on how to set up a WordPress site, things that you can do, and different ways to do that. But basically, this is your template to set this all up for yourself.